Let's talk about exactly what's going on with climate, because you have a proposal with some other people from Michigan, I must say, about what we could do about the climate. Tell us about your bill.
Well, I have several bills. The one that we introduced right before Thanksgiving is called 100 by 50, and it would require 100% net carbon in the United States by 2050. But you could offset carbon by purchasing carbon offsets, etc. It's technology neutral, but it's a goal we have to have in this country. You know, and I think a lot of industries are trying to get there. I'm a Michigan girl. The auto industry knows that electric vehicles or other technology is the technology of the future. But you know, when we were there, it reinforced we've got to work together to get this done, but it is a crisis.
Yeah, now you are, as you said, a Michigan native, and you come from a family affiliated with the auto industry. There are a lot of Michigan people who joined in this. You wrote a piece in the Detroit Free Press, actually, in which you said this could be a great opportunity, actually, for the transportation sector. As you put it, 30% of greenhouse gases come from the auto industry, but as a practical matter, we could be a leader. Transportation, beg your pardon. But we could be a leader in the world. How would that come about?
Because I have been looking at it for a long time. I knew it when I was working at General Motors still a number of years ago. I talked to the auto companies all of the time, and there is a recognition of how much internal combustion engines, fossil fuels, are contributing to the crisis that we have, and that we need to get to a newer technology. But the United States needs to lead. We need to stay at the forefront of innovation and technology. So instead of doing circular firing squads at everybody needs to get at the table, use American ingenuity, and develop the technology of the future that's going to make sure that we still have mobility, we still have many other things that we are used to having, but is protecting our environment. And nobody can deny that we have a problem. When you see the wildfires, the hurricanes or tornadoes, the glacier melting, you know, in Michigan, we have once every 100-year floods every year. We've got a crisis that's got to find solutions.
So talk to us about how that does play back in your home state of Michigan, because obviously the auto industry has gone through some tough times in recent years. Do people back in Michigan hear what you're proposing as an opportunity for new jobs, better jobs, or do they regard it as something of a potential threat to lose what they've had?
You know, I think everybody knows that we've got a crisis and we have to do something about it. The auto industry themselves, it's now becoming competitive. Who's going to offer more electric vehicles into the market? What are those EVs going to be? What is other technology, hydrogen vehicles, et cetera, that will replace the vehicle as we know it right now? I think workers look, no one's recovered from 2008. That anxiety of what happened in 2008 remains in the hearts and souls of everybody in a state like Michigan or in Ohio. But they also know that there's an opportunity for new fields, for green jobs, and they're trying to make sure that they've got the skills that they're going to need for that. So I think we've all got to be at the table. We've got to have the environmentalists, the young people that are advocating, but labor and business have all got to be at that same table talking about it. How are we going to make sure that it's a just transition, that communities that are poorer aren't hit disproportionately with costs that they can't afford? It's a tough challenge. It's a tough conversation. But one, if we quit having a circular firing squad and all start working together, we can be at the forefront of.